What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. And 'twas night before the wild card round. Eagles versus Buccaneers tomorrow, 1 o'clock. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress how excited I am about this damn game enough, because let's be real here. A lot of people did not believe this team could make the playoffs. They did not believe Jalen Hurts would develop, Nick Sirianni would get better. All of the players, all of the coaches, I think, have truly improved. And man, what a tough task we have ahead. The defending Super Bowl champions, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, tomorrow. I cannot believe it. This team has truly come a long way, and I love it, man. I'm truly excited for the future. You guys know we talked about it before the year, but I'm even more excited now. So with those 10 draft picks, 3 of those being first rounders, with all of the cap space, we'll have all of the things we've talked about, and we're going to talk a lot about this offseason. It's great. But right now, we're talking about playoffs. That's right, the playoffs. And just imagine if Jalen Hurts and the Eagles beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, the defending Super Bowl champions, one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterbacks of all time. If we can do that, my Lord, that's going to build a lot of confidence for this entire team, coaching staff, players, everybody. So let's get pumped up for this damn game, because, oh my God, what a tough task we have ahead. And we know we've already faced them this year. We are a lot better than when we faced them. So very excited for this game, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Less than 14 hours. Look, I'm ready to punch myself in the face, jump through this wall, jump out of the window. It doesn't matter. I don't know how I'm going to fall asleep, but I got to find a way tonight, because I've been up so many nights, been getting ready for this game, getting excited for this game, dude, and I'm really excited. So tonight, we're going to talk about the top 10 matchups. Also going to let you guys know all the injury news, the roster moves, everything that has happened today to get ready for this game tomorrow, so you know everything you need to know. But if there's any questions, comments that you guys have, you know those are always welcome. So hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend. It's almost time, baby. Tim, I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. If you're watching this later, you can always comment down below. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button, subscribing to the YouTube channel. Appreciate all of the support, but let's get into this. We'll start off with the opposing team, the home team for this game, Tampa Bay. We'll take a gander at some of the moves they made today. Activated off the IR, Levante David. We talked about, we did not know if he would be there. Oh, my God, he will. So they're going to have David, going to have White this time around. So that is very good for them. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that here in a little bit, but that's obviously a big plus for them. Then, obviously, they're going to need this move, because Giovanni Bernard being activated off of IR is pretty big for them right now. They're probably going to use a healthy dose of he and Keyshawn Vaughn. We talked about it. They made it seem like Leonard Fournette would be ready for this game, but he is actually out. So no Leonard Fournette tomorrow versus the Eagles. That is wild, because they're already out. Ronald Jones, we talked about yesterday. So down 2 of their top backs. Going to see a lot of Keyshawn Vaughn and Giovanni Bernard, as we just mentioned. So we're going to see that here in a little bit. But some big news for them, because they made it seem like he would be there. Now, they're already banged up a little bit at wide receiver. They will be without Cyril Grayson, the wide receiver. So young kid that was stepping it up past couple of weeks, but got banged up in the last game, and he will be out. So they have 2 guys now questionable. They did have another one, but he got cut, Justin Watson. They made room for Bernard and David. But anyway, questionable, Carlton Davis III. Sounds like he could be ready to go, but hey, you never know what could happen. But he's going to have his hands full with Devontae Smith. So I'm sure they're hoping he's there, though, because beyond that, it's like Pierre Desir and guys like that. So now Sean Murphy Bunting, who plays a lot of nickel for him, he is questionable as well. So we'll definitely be keeping our eye on that tomorrow morning. And I'll definitely let you guys know on the pre-game show, whatever the hell is going on there. So that is all the news we have for Tampa Bay. But we're going to next get into the Eagles here in a second. Have a real chance to contend the entire game. Already seen this earlier. Yeah, look, I talked to my pop earlier, and I was getting real excited about this game, and we were just talking about, how earlier this year I was trying to get him excited and just keeping that positive mindset and talking about the future. That was what I was so excited about. But I wanted to see the development of this year. And, I talked about us sneaking in the playoffs. So it was just funny that we were talking like, well, here we are. And we were talking about how we can beat him and whether or not, you're hearing some things that maybe it's not going to be rainy the whole time, whatever it is, you still have to run the ball. But it would be nice, we make it harder for him to just throw the ball. We talked about them being like 26th in the league in rushing without Fournette and Jones now. So going to struggle there, but they've got a good passing offensive line. They liked it. They're first or second in the league in passing, second in the league in points and all that great stuff. So look, we're first in passing, second in total yards, second in points, I believe it is. But the Cowboys and them are in there. And look, high-powered offense. We have already seen them, but we know Jonathan Gannon has improved in areas. There's been times he definitely hasn't. But this offense needs to take control of this game. Got to see what we can do, and maybe we can get some big plays out of maybe guys like Slay, Cox. Everybody needs to step it up. It's playoff time, baby. So I'm expecting a good time. I think we're going to pull this win off, man. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I really do, and I'm excited about it. Control the ball, clock. Exactly, man. We've been talking about that all damn week. All week, it's what I've been trying to say, man. And most of the time, that's where I go with it. I think that that's what this team should have been from the beginning, a running team. So here we are again with the Buccaneers, and it's time. And when we were going up against teams like the Chiefs and the Cowboys and the Bucs, we were passing a lot of time, and I think he was getting scared. But it's like, yo, we can take control of this game, control that clock, run that ball. Let's play some damn defense. Let's go. Now, we know we're going to need pressure, all that great stuff. I'm going to talk about that here shortly. Now, let's get to the Eagles news. We placed Marlon Tuipulotu on the COVID list. Apparently, we don't know exactly what's going on there, but close contact, whatever it is, he will not be available for the game, I don't think. So that was a little piece of news, but some real good news is old Richard Rodgers back in the building. So we've been talking about that all week. It was expected that would happen with Tyree Jackson going to IR. So now we've got Richard Rodgers with Goddard, with Stoll. So got 3 tight ends to use. Can use that 13 personnel. 12 personnel. Cannot wait to see it. Let's go. Now, activated off of the practice squad, Coyote Awasika. We've talked about what a great story that kid has been. And look, he's got some room to grow, but he can play tackle, guard. He's a versatile dude, and I'm so excited as an undrafted kid to see what he's been doing. But he gets his chance to beat some depth here in case anything were to happen. So love to see it. Maybe get some special teams plays. Good job for him, man. So up next, also practice squad elevation was Cameron Malveaux. He's been getting active or elevated each week here the past few weeks. So we're going to need an edge rush somewhere. Hopefully this young man can bring something. We're all very hopeful. We know there's something coming up here, but one last practice squad elevation. I actually found a picture of this dude, Keyshawn Johnson, not the Keyshawn you're thinking of, and no relation, but number 17 he's wearing there. We all know the last guy who was wearing that we all remember vividly, but practice squad elevation for him as well with Arcega-Whiteside. We'll see if he's just a special teams guy, which I imagine, but if anything were to happen, maybe he'll see some receiver snaps. But I was mentioning needing Malveaux to step it up because we do not know if Josh Sweat will be available. But the great news is he actually traveled with the team. He's there in the hotel. So it's an illness, but he's around people. He's traveling with them. So kind of looks like a good sign to me. I'm very excited, hopeful that he can be there and make himself an impact in this game because we're going to need him desperately. We'll definitely keep our eye on that one. And on the offensive line, we also have Nate Herbig questionable. So that's another one we're going to want to see because, I'm getting really tired of, the revolving door, but thank God we have Jeff Stoutland. So, it is what it is. If he's out, maybe Driscoll's ready. Maybe you get Sua Opeta, whoever the hell's going in there. We'll see what we do, man. But getting pumped up, man. I'm getting pumped. Let's just hope these guys are healthy. Over here down my head. Let's go. Let's go, man. I can't wait. Yo, what's good? Dude, I'm just getting ready for this game. Trying to get it out now so I can maybe possibly get some damn sleep tonight. I don't know if that'll happen, but we shall see. Now, I'll be real with you. We're getting into the top 10 matchups here in a second. So we're going to talk about how we can get this done, and I am confident that we can. And look, I'm also a realist, and I understand that this is Tom Brady. So you never know what he could do to us. He's still got Evans, Gronk. But this team, man, we're hot at the right time. These guys are struggling right at the wrong time for them. But I think it's time to capitalize on that, man. Shock the world and just imagine what kind of confidence builder this would be for everybody involved to beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I think that'd be huge. Yeah. And look, a lot of people didn't want to hear everything I had to say this year. And I really believed in this team. And I believed that Jalen Hurts would develop. And I believed that Nick Sirianni was a good coach. So it's like, look, this is what, yeah, man, you must have missed the beginning of the show. Went through all the outs, the questionables, everything. So if you guys are looking for any of that stuff, you can go back to the beginning. The list for both the Buccaneers and Eagles, you will know who is all that great stuff. But let's get in to the top 10 matchups to watch out for tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Eagles, Buccaneers. And just like every week, this is in no specific order. This is just going through the Eagles offense and then to the Eagles defense with just the top 10 things we want to keep our eye on, how we can get this win. So, number one, we're going to start off with the Eagles QB1, Jalen Hurts up against this Buccaneers defense. And look, we've been talking about it all week. They've got some playmakers there, getting some guys back. Well, they did. They got David back. So now they've got David and White in the middle there. They've got Whitehead and Winfield back there, safeties. They've got really good players around, even if their corners are banged up. But JPP is back. You've got Shaq Barrett. Dude, so Vita Vea in the middle. There are a lot of good players on this defense. Jalen Hurts is going to have his hands full. But if we can keep that run going, the sky's the limit for this offense. You can put a defense on its heels because once you get that run established, you got that play action. I don't want to hear from anybody else, well, no such thing as establishing the run. And whatever, dude. You see what's happening now? That's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the year. Get that run going, and that's how this team succeeds with this offensive line. And the thing people seem to forget, which I reminded them at the beginning of the week, Lane Johnson is back. So with Lane Johnson back, that's much better than Jordan Mailata at right tackle with Andre Dillard at left tackle. And look, it's awesome that Mailata was able to go over there. We got to see Dillard a little. But the thing is, Lane Johnson, Mailata, love that twin tower combination. And regardless of what's going on inside, dude, we got to protect this man, get that run game going. But these receivers got to step it up other than just Devontae Smith. So let's get things going for Jalen Hurts. I think he's going to have a big game, though. I don't care how good this defense is. I really think that he's going to have himself a very good game. So excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. I think Jalen Hurts is about to ball out. So stay tuned. We're going to be pumped up for that. But, dude, it's all good, man. Always go through the injuries to start the show. But, if you're ever looking to find out what's happening, always try to let you guys know. But appreciate you tuning in. Ronald Jones, yes, there was a whole list there. I can go back if you missed it. But there was Jones, Cyril Grayson was out as well. And then the two corners are questionable: Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy, Bunting. Now, on to the next matchup. The Eagles run game. We've been talking about it. You got to keep doing it. We are the number one rushing attack. You got to get going, baby. How do you do that? Well, offensive line. So this offensive line, I'm not saying they can't pass protect, but you crush people. And I think, look, Vita Vea is a monster in the middle there. You've got really good defensive guys, but I think this offensive line can go up against anybody. And if it's a sloppy game, whatever it is, I still think we can just push forward, baby. And I think that Miles Sanders back, Jordan Howard back, Lane Johnson we talked about playing in this game. I think sky's the limit if this team can just get that run game going. And I don't always like getting the ball first, but I think, maybe if we get things going first and smack them in the mouth, I think that'd be nice. So I think that this defensive line is definitely going to provide a problem. They got a couple sacks last time, but like I said, no Lane Johnson. Things were on the fritz there on the offensive line. And look, I just think I'm confident in this offensive line every week. I just think that we're going to pound the rock, but they're going to keep Jalen safe. And I think they're really going to, I'm just hopeful they're just going to keep him safe. Let's keep it at that. Now, we talked about the run game. Miles Sanders healthy. Jordan Howard looking healthy, kept it safe in Washington. Didn't play in Dallas. Miles Sanders, no cast on, looking like he's good to go. So a little thunder, a little lightning. But, they do have Levante David and Devin White. Those are two very good linebackers, athletic guys. They can definitely bring it. Man, that's fine. I don't care. You continue running the ball. If you want to give it to Boston Scott, don't care. Kenny Gainwell, Jason Huntley, whatever. But my whole thing is use those two. Sanders, Howard, pound that damn rock, thunder and lightning, and we really can beat this Tampa Bay team. I really think running the ball is essential, and you guys know I say it every effing week, every year, run the damn ball. But I really mean it. And I know it's the Buccaneers. I know you're scared. And I know that's what we talked about in week 6. That's what happened. And it's like, well, look how successful you were in the second half of that game when you ran the ball. So do that again this time, and you will find success if you do it in the first half. So please, for the love of God, run that damn ball. Now, if you can establish that run, we talked about it. Let's get these young wide receivers going. Devontae Smith, he is phenomenal. Just broke the rookie record. You love to see it. People talk about having an extra game. He did it with a lot less catches. So, love that kid. Loved Deshaun Jackson too, but had both of their rookie jerseys. So big fan of this kid. I wanted both those guys to be drafted, and it was the football gods looking down on us, man. So I'm very excited about that. But he is going up against Carlton Davis III. No Richard Sherman here, man. So I think, even Carlton Davis III is questionable. So is Murphy Bunting, who plays a lot of nickel. But, dude, they've got Jamel Dean. Pierre Desir is one of them. I know they've got a couple other corners, but, dude, Ross Cockrell, I think, is one. Devontae Smith should have his way with whoever it is. And now I expect Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, somebody to be able to make a deep play, something, man. Play action, something deep. I would love to see that. But Devontae Smith, man, I think he should really be able to have himself a big game here. I think, all these receivers should be able to. This is not the best secondary in the league. So we should be able to take advantage of this. And we'll see, man. I think I'm trying to remember here. I might have it up here. What their defense was when it came to the pass. I think, in the lower echelon, 21st, giving up 238.9. So, I mean, look, this team can be beat, man. It really can. And if you're getting those receivers going, I think a nice way to do that is, you also get your tight end Dallas Goedert involved. And, Hurts has definitely been hitting the middle of the field a little bit more now, getting the house. He likes to throw it outside. And a lot of people talk about just throwing to his right. Well, he's definitely improved. He's going through his progressions. He's hitting all over the field. And I think Dallas Goedert can definitely help him out here. Jordan Whitehead has actually been pretty good for the Bucs in coverage. We'll see how he fares against Goddard. They're probably going to do a lot more than just have one guy covering him. So we use this as just a basis to talk about it. But I think Dallas Goedert hopefully can get himself open, but they're going to use those linebackers. But Devin White has actually struggled a little bit, as we talked about this week, against some tight ends. So we'll see how they try to defend him. But Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, I think they give, obviously, Jalen Hurts a really good possession receiver. So either way he wants to go, all about it. But I think this offense can find success tomorrow, dude. And I really can't stress enough, man, how excited I am about this. Got to tell Jimmy this might match up with O-line, Bucs D-line. I don't know, but not to be a sticker. I just think it might be the most important. Well, Tim, you should know by now that it's in no specific order, like I say, and just said right before I started. But Goddard's going to have a great day, man. I think, Devin White has struggled, and that's been something I've stressed all week, man. I think Goddard's going to have a great day. This whole offense should have a good game. So now on to the Eagles defense, because it's in no specific order. It'll be Tom Brady first, coming up at number 6, because it's their first player, as I start with the quarterback with the Eagles. So start with the Buccaneers offense. Tom Brady, obviously, at the helm. This team is no joke, man. They've got still Mike Evans. They've got Gronk. They've got lots of stuff here, man. And I think we all know that. We all know what they can do, but they're the number 1 passing attack in the league. And without Chris Godwin, that hurts, sure, but it doesn't matter. He's still Tom Brady. Scotty Miller could come out and kick our ass. Jalen Darden. You could have Tyler Johnson. It doesn't matter, but we're going to have to do all we can to shut him down. People talk about blitzing. I don't know if you want to do that. You leave people one-on-one, he's going to pick you apart. You try to do zones, he'll wait for people to get in the zone. Dude, look, I think this guy obviously is one of the greatest of all times, if not the. And we all know that. As much as we despise him, he's pretty good. So we have to do everything we can to get pressure. The front 5, whether it's Sweat in there, whether it's Barnett and Avery on the outside with, Cox, Williams, and Hargrave in there in the middle. Let's get some pressure. Let's put this dude on his ass, get him rattled, make them one-dimensional by taking away that run game. And I think we truly can beat him. And sure, he's going to probably put some damn points up, but hey, we've seen other teams shut him down. There is a recipe for disaster, and we all know it. And we've talked about it. We did it in the Super Bowl. We can shut him down. And if you can't necessarily stop him, you got to at least try to slow the pain and maybe make a huge play at the end of the game. Keep your rotation fresh. Maybe somebody makes a play like we did in the Super Bowl with Barnett and Graham. You never know, but we got to try to keep up with these guys, whether it's a high-powered game where, you talk about what the weather's going to be like. You never know, but I'd love to see maybe a little sloppiness because I think that would favor us. But either way, man, we've been able to protect the ball and do great things. So excited to see what happens here. But Tom Brady, man, he's Tom Brady. So let's not kid ourselves. We could definitely lose this game. I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, look, I think that, we're going to beat their ass. I'm just saying there's a chance. And if you're telling me there's a chance, that's all I need to hear. Tom's new Edelman or Welker. I just said that. Scotty Miller, man. I think that's a guy you got to watch out for in the slot. Tyler Johnson on the outside with Mike Evans. They're down some guys, but doesn't matter. They'll come at you. So, yeah, we all know he can turn. I was laughing with my pop, and that's exactly what I was talking about. He was like, oh, it's like a Wes Welker. And I'm like, I'm telling you, he just makes random dudes star receivers. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, you can make anybody a stud, dude. It's hilarious. But, yeah, we got to get pressure somehow. Got to get creative with the play calling, man. Mix up your looks, and, hey, maybe we can make some things happen. Fletcher Cox, Hungry, Hargrave, Williams. You never know, man. Anybody could step it up. Jannard Avery has been surprising to me this year. We've talked about it, but I think he's flown under the radar. But he might have to step it up tomorrow. We shall see. Now, up next would be the Bucs O-line. Now, I could not pick on the Eagles or the Buccaneers offensive line, defensive line, switching it up like that. I can't pick a certain matchup because these are two of the top-notch offensive lines in the damn league. So, all around, we have to find a way to penetrate these guys, and it's going to be hard with Smith and Wirf on the outside, Cap at the middle. I mean, you've got so much talent on this team. Marpet, I mean, we have to find a way. Don't care how good they are. You just got to want it more, man. So it's going to be fun to see. I think Fletcher could definitely be somebody that steps up. People have really been slandering him this year, and I think it's really, with the new scheme, the way he's used, all these things, and, people talk about double teams, whatever, man. I still think Fletcher's got a lot in the tank. Would love to see him destroy come tomorrow. Now, up next, I have on here our linebackers. And look, they're actually pretty athletic guys. And I think, they fly to the ball, but doesn't necessarily always mean tackles for some guys. But we do our best. Now, the good thing for the Eagles is, as we talked about earlier, Leonard Fournette out, Ronald Jones out. So they are going to have to rely on Keyshawn Vaughn, Giovanni Bernard, and then Le'Veon Bell is actually on their roster too. So maybe you see a little dosage of him. He hasn't been really seeing many snaps, but they may have to give it to him now. They did activate Kenyon Barner, as we talked about, probably use him in the return game. So, of course, well, I knew they were going to do something like that. So we'll see him on kick return, maybe Darden on punt return, but either way, this is their running back duo you'll probably see predominantly. Bernard, we know what he can do in the passing game. And look, don't sleep on Keyshawn Vaughn. I'm not saying he's not a good running back. He actually has promise for a young kid. I'll be real with you. But I think the Eagles can shut these guys down, and that would be really great to make them one-dimensional. Tommy B is going to try a lot of those dump-offs to Giovanni Bernard. So these guys are going to be responsible for a lot of spying these backs and doing a lot of things that, they may struggle with at times, but I think if we come in with the right game plan, a lot of zone we run, we'll see how we try to stop these guys. But think we'll be able to take away the run. We talked about their 26th in the league. I hope we can shut this run game down, get Tommy B rattled, and, hey, maybe we get some turnovers and things could go our way. Now, last couple are pretty damn important. This is in no specific order, but last two are pretty nuts here. Mike Evans versus Darius Big Play Slay. I love it, man. I think this is going to be huge because Mike Evans is a beast. And Tommy B is going to be looking his way plenty because, obviously Chris Godwin's out. Everybody else is out. We talked about it. It's just Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller. So, I mean, they're probably going to get their looks too, but this is going to be the most entertaining to watch. Darius Slay's been moving around this year, kicking ass, locking down. snubbed for the All-Pro team. Bullshit. But I think he's going to show the world maybe a big pick six tomorrow off of Tom Brady. Just imagine what confidence that's going to build for him when Jalen Hurts wins, what that's going to do for this team. I think these guys are really going to learn a lot from this game, and that win is truly going to help them grow. And I'm just really hopeful, but I think we can get it done, and this is going to be a big way to do it. If Darius Slay can go out, play like he has on that all-pro level this year, I really think we could have a chance. And it's going to be a tough one, but it's going to be fun to watch. I'll be real with you. It's going to be a real fun match to watch. Gannon might surprise us, creative attacks. And we've talked about this, Tim. You know it. Each week, it's like, I don't know which one I'm going to get, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. Some weeks you're like, okay, Gannon, you're learning some things. And then sometimes you're like, is it Gannon? Is it the players? And it's like, well, then why are you running this scheme if it's the players? And it's like, you're all over the place, man. But look, you've got teams like the Vikings, the Broncos looking at him. He's not really that bad as people said. And I know people murder me for that, but it's like, let's see what he does if we draft a bunch of defensive players and see with this hybrid scheme what we could do. Because I love the idea of it. Just execution sometimes isn't always there. So, hey, man, maybe he surprises us tomorrow and everybody's like, you know what? Let's keep his ass around. But thing is, if he goes out and beats Tom Brady's ass, maybe those other teams really do want to hire him. But then maybe we get a Vic Fangio or somebody in here. So not necessarily against it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I would love for this defense to bring the house, see what we can do. And I don't necessarily mean bring the house as in blitzing. Just mean let's get some pressure. What is going on, Nina? Let's go. You know it. It's bird time. You, your mother, the pup. I think you're probably feeling the same energy that me, my girlfriend, and kid are all feeling here. This place is about to explode. I think that everybody knows we're on fire right now, and they're scared. And you've been seeing all the highlight videos, all these things, and it's all just the Buccaneers and Tom Brady and all this stuff. And it's like, wait, do you guys remember the Eagles? Like the highlight videos, the Eagles Super Bowl. It's like, wait, what? That's cute. That's fine. We'll give you some more highlights to watch here shortly. Don't you worry. But I hope you're having a great night. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody, you can comment down below. We're about to get to the final spot here, the top 10 here. No specific order, but appreciate you guys taking the time. You have anything you want to say? I will be back pregame tomorrow. But if you've got anything you want to know, you're watching this later, you can comment below. But appreciate you guys taking the time. Mind moving on. And look, it depends on who's available, who we would get defensive coordinator, but I'm intrigued. I like the whole hybrid scheme and I want to see what he does with it, but we'll see. What is going on, my man? You know, I'm ready to run through this damn wall. Every time I talk about the Birds, I just get a little excited, but we're in the playoffs and nobody wanted to give us hope, Drew. And well, here we are. And I think if Jalen Hurts shocks the world, man, just imagine what boost of confidence is going to be for this whole team, man. Coaches, players. I was talking about that earlier in the video. I think it's going to be huge, man. Going to be huge. Now, on to number 10, the final spot. God, we got to stop one of Tom Brady's favorite targets in the world, Rob Gronkowski. And look, this dude has still got it. A lot in the tank, and they've still got Brayton Howard there as well. You got to watch out for that. But Anthony Harris has actually been vastly improved in coverage, and I think he's done well. And look, we run a hybrid scheme. We're going to do a lot of things to try to shut him down. But I think Anthony Harris is going to play a big role, and hopefully maybe he can get himself a nice pick in this game off of Tom Brady, having to be in that position where he's going to be thrown at a lot. But maybe some big plays from this defense could lead us to a victory, which I truly do believe we will win this game. But that was it, ladies and gentlemen, your top 10 matchups to watch in tomorrow's game. Yeah, tomorrow with the Eagles and Buccaneers. It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress enough how damn excited I am for this game, man. 1 o'clock tomorrow, man. And just think about it. Jalen Hurts' first ever playoff game is versus Tom Brady, who is known as one of the greatest, if not, and I hate even having to say that a million times, but seriously, he is one of the greatest, and I hate that. And as I get older, I'm like, I try not to, but he did cheat. Let's not forget that. But regardless, imagine what that would do if we could beat Tom Brady, the defending Super Bowl champions, Nick Sirianni, all these guys, man. I'm feeling it, baby. I'm feeling it. But I appreciate you guys taking the time tonight. I truly do. Thank you guys for hitting that like button, retweeting whatever you're doing, subscribing, turning that notification bell on so we can talk a little bit of birds. Truly, truly appreciate you guys. Appreciate you taking the time tonight. You watch this later. Let me know, man. I know some people are out having a good time. Stay safe out there. You can watch this later. We'll talk about it later. And tomorrow, I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm going to see when I can slide in here. I like to try to do it with the Enactus, but I might go on earlier. Might be a wild day because it's time to celebrate. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think we really are going to be celebrating. Told my pop tonight, I'll be talking to you next week about this victory. Let's enjoy it. He's down living in Florida now, of course. But he's feeling it, man. He cannot wait to let everybody know, man. But let's go, Birds, baby. Yeah, but if you need anything, guys, reach out to me. You need a stream for the game tomorrow or whatever it is, please feel free. You want to talk about the game, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on this. What is your top matchup to look out for? How are you feeling about this game? You know, I'll give you my score prediction tomorrow, but let me know your thoughts. What's the score going to be? Do you have the Eagles winning, pulling the upset, or do you have old Tommy Baggins here? Not going to happen. Not even going to say it. So let's go get this W. But I'll be back tomorrow morning. If you guys need anything else, you want to talk about life, whatever it is, please feel free to reach out to me. But appreciate the hell out of you for taking the time watching this show. I will be back tomorrow. Let's beat those Buccaneers. We're in the playoffs, though, man. Let's be very excited for what this team has done this year and what they have to build on. And if things were to happen, yes, we're going to be very pissed, but the future is bright. But let's go tomorrow and keep that future going. Let's punch them directly in the mouth. Let's go, baby. All right, guys. Hold on. We got it's hard to deal with Brady being so. Yeah, he sucks. I hate him. I hate it. I agree with you, man. But yeah, we did. And we're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to get an interception, maybe even two. Talked about it with Slay, maybe Anthony Harris. Hey, let's just hope for the best here, ladies and gentlemen. I really think we can do it. I think we're going to get that win. All right, guys, have yourselves a great rest of your night. Reach out if you need me. I will be back tomorrow. And let's really just let's sit here for a second and realize how far we've come. We're about to face the defending Super Bowl champs. So a round of applause to the Philadelphia Eagles. But a round of applause to all you guys for tuning in throughout the season. But, you know, we'll be doing things. But we're going to keep it going throughout this entire playoff run. Because it ain't ending tomorrow. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have yourselves a great night. And as always, go on!